This is Relationship Coach Renata Paris from GetRelationshipsRight.com. Today I want to talk to you about personal change, how to make personal changes in your life. Now, I have spent all week talking to clients about personal change, so I thought I would record a video and help you make the changes you want in your life. So when we think about personal change, here are the things we're thinking about. For example, somebody wants to lose weight. Very simple example of personal change. Or someone wants to earn more money. Or perhaps someone wants to change their relationships. They want to improve their relationship, change how they relate to their partner. Perhaps they want to stop yelling at their partner when they get angry. Perhaps they have promised their partner, this happens often in relationships with men and women. Perhaps they promised their partner they're going to start running away when things get hard. So these are the kind of changes we're talking about. Now, how do people go about change? There are certain things in our culture, in the Western culture, where we know, or we kind of know how to make changes. For example, if somebody wants to lose weight, how do they go about changing? Sometimes they go on a diet, or they start an exercise program, or they join one of the weight loss organizations such as Weight Watchers, etc. Right? So we have a path for change. Or if someone wants to earn more money, often they'll go to school. There's a path for change. But often there is no path for change, for personal change, for relationship change. The only path people know, the only path that's available is if you really want to change, you'll go to therapy, right? Or if you really want to change, you'll read self-help book. Or if you really want to change, you'll just force yourself to do it. And most often, this is what people end up doing when they want to make personal changes in their relationship life. They will try to use willpower. So, for example, the person that yells at their partner and wants to stop, or the person that runs away because the relationship is getting too intense and wants to stop, or the person that wants to make other personal changes. For example, to be more calm, to be more kind, they will use willpower. Now, the problem with willpower is that it fails. Willpower requires that you are always on and always conscious and always wanting the thing that you're trying to change. And the reality of human beings is that we're changeable, and life impacts us sometimes in such ways that in a moment we may not want the thing that we really want. We may want the opposite. So, for example, with the yelling, you may not want to yell at your partner in general, but in a moment when you get really angry, that is the very thing you want to do. And if you are using willpower to stop that behavior, your willpower is going to fail, because your desire in that moment is much stronger than your willpower. So today I want to begin to give you a key to how to change your life, how to change your relationships, how to change your personality, how to change your financial situation, how to change your weight, how to change anything you want, except the things, of course, that are not changeable. And I was trying to think of a list of things that are not changeable, and the only thing I can think of that's not changeable is your height. So I'm not going to help you to change your height, but I can help you change anything and everything else in your life. So you begin by understanding how we subconsciously view ourselves in a Western culture. So how we think of ourselves as adults, well, let me back up. We think of children as malleable and changeable and growing. So if a child is doing something that they should not be doing, it never occurs to us that it's going to be a problem for them to change, right? You talk to them, you set consequences, and they change over time. They change their behavior. But as adults, we think of ourselves as a stable structure. We think of ourselves as incapable of change except in certain situations. We think that we are capable of change in terms of earning money if we go to school and get better jobs. We think we are capable of change in terms of weight if we follow a diet. We think we're capable of change in terms of fitness level if we go and exercise. But we think of change as something where we use external cues to support ourselves in change. And we think of ourselves as very stable and solid in terms of our emotional reactions, in terms of our relationships, in terms of our preferences, in terms of things we like or don't like about relationships, in terms of our relationship behavior. We think of ourselves as a solid structure. The reality of human beings is that we are malleable and changeable throughout our lives until the day we die. In all ways, in the way we feel, in the things we prefer, in the ways we relate to people, in our emotional reactions, in our thought patterns, in how much money we earn, in the weight that we are constantly malleable and changeable. We change in subtle ways all the time, but those changes are not significant enough to veer our lives in the directions we most desire. So this is what I want you to think about today, is that even though you feel that you might be stuck in a relationship pattern and you don't know how to change it, or even though you feel you might be stuck in an emotional reaction pattern where if someone makes you mad, you react, or you feel that you might be stuck in some other kind of reaction or pattern or way you live your life, and you sure wish you could change but you don't know how, just begin to consider that change is possible. This is all that I want you to start with. Just begin to consider that human beings are changeable and malleable, and there are specific, particular ways in which we change and how we can encourage ourselves to change. And that change is possible for you. So considering that change is possible, just begin to consider what it is you want. What would you like instead? If you want to change what you have now, what would you like to have instead? And this is video 1 of a part 2 series. And in the second set of these videos, I will give you specific steps on how to begin to change anything that you want to change about your life. So for now, I just want you to consider that it is possible for you to change anything that you would like to change about your life, and start to think about what it is that you would like to change and how you'd like it to be different. This is Relationship Coach Renata Parise from GetRelationshipsRight.com. Thank you for watching.